Yeah, honestly, when it does come to Tekken and this new balance patch, right? 3.3. I think it's a step in the right. I think above all else is a step in the right direction. I think I'm gonna talk about it instead, because the video I tried to do earlier about I just didn't like it. I felt like I wasn't very. I feel like I wasn't very pop stands for I wasn't being very direct with what I was saying. I was getting all over the place. I was mixing myself up more than anything. Just to give him a more direct take. But how I feel about I feel like the fact nerfs are a step in the right direction, a sidestep in the right direction, considering his sidestep is now fucked. From what I saw, fact sidestep is taking a hit. I think there are still some interactions that are a bit weird. Like someone showed me earlier the I am OP video where he was sidestepping. He sidestepped down forward to Hwoarang's hell sweep on hit after down 3-4 on hit, right? That's some stuff that should never really be happening. So I don't know whether that's still his hurt boxes being weird, but his sidestep is definitely worse now. It's definitely worse. Issues that he doesn't need to sidestep because of the standing 3 and down forward 4. Yeah, so his standing 3 and down forward 1 still exists, but I think they're obviously not done. I think what this was intended to be was, I think how they've balanced things here and made fixes here, that's what they intended to do months ago. I think this is kind of how they wanted Fact to be on release. I think, you know, with his sidestep being like this, his arms down, the throws, I just think, like I've said multiple times, Fahkumram is a Powerpuff Girl. You know, when he was made Sugar Spice and everything nice, and then Professor Utonium accidentally got in that Chemical X. Fahkumram is Chemical X. Thanks for the Presto Garth. He's Chemical X. He was a mistake. They didn't want him to come out like this, and I feel like how they fixed him now is how they sort of wanted him, but it's still a problem considering, like Pizza Guy said, the standing 3, like the down 4-1. His damage is still crazy. His punishment is insane. I don't mind like a hard-hitting character, you know, blah blah blah. I don't mind a hard-hitting character, good punch. I don't mind that, but it's just like the work you put in for what you're getting out is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. His lows, like a lot of people were like, oh, but don't worry, his lows are like, you know, they're minus on hit, so it's fine, you know. But it's like, yeah, but they also do a ton of damage, and his down 4 and counter hit is crazy. And stuff like down forward 3 into sidestep 4 was a legit strap, because yeah, down forward 3 was -1 on hit. So, you know, okay, let me jab, take frame advantage, boom, sidestep 4, you get launched. Like shit like that, right? That just existed. Sidestep 4 being -13, his block stun is still very annoying. There's like the character's still very, very silly. Why does he get down 4-2 getting off axis combo and counter hit? Like that's the shit that's annoying as well, right? Down 4-1-2, you know. The thing about down 4-1 and standing 3, some of the options you're supposed to beat is by, you know, if he does down 4-1 into mix up, you know, you check him, down 4-1, do a jab, blah blah blah. If you try to do that, down 4-1-2, boop, you know what I mean? Oh, I feel like this is a stupid message I don't want to get into, but here we go. If you reverse Hwoarang and Fact's playstyle, people will complain about his insane plus frames and constant pressure. Legacy characters get away with shit while DAC ones get bashed. Pulls damage and Steve's rage drive is good proof of that. Steve's rage drive and pulls damage, Steve's rage drive is not good example of that. People still complain about pulls damage and Steve's rage drive, and Hwoarang doesn't have faults in the same way. Sorry, Fahkumram doesn't have faults in the same way Hwoarang has faults. Hwoarang and Leroy, sorry, you're messing me up. Fact and Leroy came out basically perfect characters. Legacy characters are not perfect characters. Rip made a good point earlier. They said they probably planned the character to be larger than Marduk as shown in the presentation trailer, but then it got out of hand, had to patch it up, leaving some of the known issues with hitbox and whatnot. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's why there were issues, and obviously with COVID striking, it was harder for them to shore certain things up, right? It was harder for them to fix this, right? If Paul was released today, fresh with a rage art cancel, absurd damage crushing, people would scream for nerfs. People scream for nerfs for Paul anyway. That's why I don't understand. I don't understand why people are turning around and being like, yo, but why aren't people asking for nerfs for Paul? People are asking for nerfs for Paul. People are asking for nerfs for all these super strong characters. People are asking for nerfs for Jin, blah, 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 blah. You know, people are asking for nerfs for Hwoarang. And Hwoarang does need to be toned down, which I say this multiple times, but no one wants to listen to me. and they pretend that I'm so happy my character is this way, you know? I don't think this was intended, you know, to be the nerfs that Fak got. I think what they intended was Fak would be released. He would be released like this, how he is now. They'd get feedback from, you know, us, from whatever, and then they'd tone him down appropriately for season 4, because season 4 was supposed to be out already. They said this during the roundtable. Season 4 was supposed to be out already, but COVID delays, it happens, right? And you know, they're still working hard, and we're still getting season 4. So I feel like that's why we're in the situation, right? But season 4, he'll probably be getting nerfs. Leroy will probably still be getting nerfs. I do want to do a video on why Leroy is still a problem, because I think a lot of people still don't understand why this guy's a problem. You know, they've stopped playing against Leroy. They've stopped, you know, seeing Leroy around, or when they play a Leroy, the Leroy's so shit they have no problem beating them, right? I think I want to do it. I know the main man did a video, so I'm gonna see if he left anything out. If he left anything out in the video that I feel like I could chime in with and add to the conversation, I will. If not, it'd be unnecessary to do so. Paul survived solely because of nostalgia. Yes and no, right? Because people tried to make, so if we'll go back to Hwoarang. People tried to make the argument that if Hwoarang released today, Mr. Tips and follow, if Hwoarang released today for the first time, completely new character, you know, people be like, what the fuck, this character is broken. It's like, no, that's different, because if you look at Leroy and Fak, they released his near perfect character. Leroy was a perfect character, to be honest. Fak was near perfect, and he just had a lot of broken shit. When it comes down to the three of them, so if we take Hwoarang, Leroy, and Fak, if you lab Hwoarang, you find his holes. You find his holes. You know where to interrupt. You know what to deal with, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And that's it. Leroy and Fak, you lab them and find out they're a lot worse than you originally believed, right? It's not the same. Too many people just don't want to lab Hwoarang, and that's fine, but stop complaining. To me, anyway. Stop complaining to me. If you want to complain, go ahead, but leave me out of it, right? Leroy probably didn't need Orbital and Hell Sweep. When they dropped Leroy, they kind of... So, Tekken 7 characters have sort of come out... I feel you're biased when you say Hwoarang is fine. I said... this is the shit I'm talking about. I said earlier in this talk, Hwoarang needs to be toned down. I said that earlier. Hwoarang needs to be toned down. But you weren't listening because you heard what you wanted to hear. Right? But let's finish your paragraph. Plenty of people struggle with the matchup. The fact that I have to learn so much about your moves and stances to stand a chance. Like, he's a super lab heavy character and I need to know when to act precisely. That's your problem, not mine. That's your problem, not mine. Why do I have to lab Zafina to learn how to beat Zafina? Why do I have to lab Lei to learn how to beat Lei? Why do I have to lab Hwoarang to learn to beat Hwoarang? That's just how it is. That's how Tekken goes. I wasn't here earlier. I said it like I couldn't have said it more than 10 minutes ago. So that means what you're saying is you typed a message, left like 5 minutes, came back to just say that bullshit. Okay. And the ridiculous though is it's Hwoarang's biggest issue right now, the tooth though. I think fixes all I want for Hwoarang, fix his hitboxes, make up back 3 15 frames. That's it. I think nerf the recovery on backlash. Sorry, nerf the active frames on backlash. Nerf the active frames on backlash so people have a better chance of ducking and launching it. That's about it, really. I shouldn't have to lab sounds like a scrub quotes post. I mean, that's basically what he said, right? Why should I have to lab to win? Remove the back 4 after it's back turn 4, and I say this all the time. But yeah, if we get back onto Fak and Leroy, I think they still need nerfs. Leroy is still a problem. Fak, I feel like they've started off well, but I don't know. I feel like, so if I do end up doing that video on Leroy or whatever, I feel like the one thing I have to say about these characters and why I think there'll always be a problem is you have to remove moves. You have to literally, to nerf them properly and make them okay, you have to take moves away. You have to get rid of moves. I was going to class here. You have to remove moves. You have to take things away from their place, from their tool list. You literally have to. Faction have standing 3 and down forward 1. And jet kick shouldn't be tracking both. It shouldn't be An 18 frame high natural hit launcher that tracks both ways like that. It shouldn't be like that. It should not be like that. Yes, on whiff, you're dead. But oh, it shouldn't be like that. Echo Cry, thank you for follow. Electric Jet Kick. Electric is better than Jet Kick, don't get me wrong, but the difference is Jet Kick is tracking both ways. Jet Kick is what, +6 with a guard break? Like, to be honest, Electric and Jet Kick are both fucked up. Don't get me wrong, they're both fucked up. You shouldn't be able to whiff. You shouldn't be able to whiff Electrics for free online. I mean, it happens. It's offline as well, but you shouldn't be able to whiff Electrics for free. It's now a strat with Mishimas to whiff Electrics into buttons, and you'll probably get a counter hit. And I feel like to nerf, you have to nerf the recovery on Electrics as well. You have to. But I think with Fact, they've taken a step in the right direction. I just think let's finish him off, right? But I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. Season 4 we'll probably get in around a month. I don't know what we're gonna see. But I'm optimistic because I feel like they know the issues with Fact, right? Because they're getting the nerfs in. I know they know the issues with Facts because they're getting the correct fixes in, right? You can make Fact a bit more reasonable than Leroy in T7. I agree because the thing with Leroy is Leroy was designed. Leroy by design was a fucked up character. He was designed to be the #1. He was designed to be a broken character. -3 on block orbital, back 1+2, back 1, downfall 1/1 being -1. You know, downfall 1 with extensions as -1. The tracking hell sweep. Kane being +8. Back 4, back 3. He had everything you needed. Literally everything you needed. Yeah, his rage drive wasn't the best, but everything else was so messed up about this character. 21 frame orbital that was -3 on block. It was absurd what they came up with that character with. So yeah, so like when you want to nerf him, it's a lot harder. When you want to nerf him, it's a lot harder because he was designed to be that guy. And yeah, he's that guy. So I think he's gonna still need some touching. But I think with Fact, he's salvageable. He's definitely salvageable.